The dark forest theory is a solution to the Fermi paradox, the contradiction between the high probability that intelligent extraterrestrial life exists and the total lack of evidence for it. Popularized by Liu Cixin in his 2008 science fiction novel The Dark Forest, the theory posits that the universe is not an empty, friendly place, but a hostile environment filled with invisible, predatory civilizations. Core concepts. The theory is built on a few cosmic sociological axioms. Expansion is necessary. Civilizations grow and consume resources, but the total amount of matter in the universe is finite. The chain of suspicion. Because civilizations are separated by vast cosmic distances, they cannot verify the intentions of others. A civilization can never be certain if another is hostile, indifferent, or friendly. Furthermore, even if one is currently friendly, it might develop into a threat later. Technological explosion. A civilization might appear primitive today, but could undergo a rapid, unpredictable technological advancement that makes it an existential threat tomorrow. The dark forest metaphor. Liu Cixin described the universe as a dark forest where every civilization is an armed hunter stalking through the trees like a ghost. They must tread carefully and remain silent because they know other hunters are out there. If a hunter discovers another life form, a rival, a threat, or even a fragile infant, the most logical and safest action is to open fire and eliminate the target immediately. By doing this, they remove a potential future threat without revealing their own location to others. Consequently, the only civilizations that survive are those that stay perfectly quiet. Criticisms and counterarguments. While the theory is popular in science fiction, many scientists and skeptics point out its flaws. Energy and efficiency. Critics argue that destroying other civilizations requires massive amounts of energy and effort. A mature, advanced civilization would likely find more efficient ways to thrive than constantly hunting others. Biosignatures. Life creates noise through atmospheric changes, like oxygen or methane, so a planet-wide civilization might be impossible to hide from a sufficiently advanced observer regardless of radio silence. Diverse motivations. The theory assumes all civilizations will act with the same paranoid, expansionist mindset. Critics argue it projects monkey brain, tribalism, and human history onto a galactic scale, ignoring the possibility of more advanced or altruistic forms of intelligence. Lack of evidence. There is no physical space debris or evidence of the large-scale kinetic weapons that such a theory would imply were being used across the galaxy. Ultimately, the theory serves as a chilling thought experiment. It suggests that if we haven't heard from aliens, it might be because they are terrified of what they might find if they speak into the dark. The Egg Theory is a fascinating short story by Andy Weir, the author of The Martian, that offers a radically optimistic alternative to traditional concepts of the afterlife. It challenges the idea of individual consciousness and replaces it with singular, cosmic journey. The core premise. The story follows a man who dies in a car accident and encounters a godlike entity. He asks the big questions, what happens to me? And is there a heaven? And receives a mind-bending answer. He is going to be reincarnated. However, it is not traditional reincarnation. The entity explains that the man is being sent back to live another life. But there is a twist. Every human who has ever lived or will ever live is actually the same person. Why it's called the egg, the entity reveals that the universe is essentially an egg created for protagonist. Once he has lived every human life in history, he will have gained enough experience to hatch and achieve the same godlike status as the entity he is currently speaking to. You are everyone. You've been every emperor, every slave, every victim, and every villain in history. Empathy is reality. Whenever you have hurt someone, you were hurting yourself. Whenever you have helped someone, you were helping yourself. Universal connection. The cruelty you inflict on others is an act of self-harm, and the love you show to others is the highest form of self-love. Why it resonates. The egg theory is a popular philosophical thought experiment because it provides a logic-based reason for the golden rule. It shifts morality from an external set of rules imposed by society or religion to an internal requirement. You must treat others with kindness because, quite literally, they are you. It frames the entirety of human history, all the wars, the discoveries, the suffering, and the joy, as a solitary soul's education. The universe is a school designed to help you evolve, and you are the only student enrolled. A different perspective. While the theory is beloved for its poetic take on empathy, it is often criticized for being solipsistic. The idea that only one's own mind is sure to exist, because it essentially makes everyone else in the world a side character in your personal development. It raises questions about the value of individual identity and free will. Whether or not it's true, the egg theory serves as a powerful metaphor for human interconnectedness. If we live like everyone we met was just another version of ourselves, the world would likely be a very different place.